Your friend is not your friend. That thought can feel like a betrayal, a cold shock to the system. It is a truth we often push away, unwilling to face the discomfort it brings. We invest our time, our emotions, our trust in the people we call our allies. We believe in the bonds we have built, forged from mutual respect, genuine affection. Yet, sometimes, a feeling of unease creeps in. A small doubt plants itself after a strange comment, after a broken promise. You ignore it, telling yourself you are overthinking things. But the feeling returns, stronger this time, and you can no longer pretend it is not there. This is not a call to become paranoid or to view everyone with suspicion. It is a call for clarity, an invitation to stay calm and look at your relationships with a steady, objective eye. The world is complex, human nature more so. People are driven by their own needs, their own ambitions, their own fears. Sometimes those drivers align with yours, creating a supportive friendship. Other times they do not. Recognizing when a connection has turned into a liability is not cynicism, it is self-preservation. It is about protecting your peace, your energy, your path forward. Understanding the true nature of your connections is a fundamental life skill. A friendship should be a source of strength, not a drain. It should lift you up, not hold you down. When a bond becomes a burden or a danger, you must have the wisdom to see it and the courage to act. Ignoring the signs doesn't make them go away. It allows the damage to deepen, affecting your confidence, your goals, your overall well-being. This is not about drama or confrontation. It is about quietly and firmly protecting the life you are trying to build for yourself. Next, we'll calmly dissect dangerous friendships, without anger or revenge, using the timeless wisdom of Niccolo Machiavelli as our guide. He observed human behavior without illusion, seeing people for what they were, not for what he wished them to be. We'll identify 4 types of friends who are traps, and give signs plus practical, quiet steps to distance yourself while keeping control and dignity. Niccolo Machiavelli, the Florentine diplomat and political philosopher, wrote not to be cruel, but to be effective. He lived in a time of constant betrayal and shifting allegiances, where survival depended on seeing the world with unblinking realism. His core lesson was simple. Human beings are governed by self-interest. This does not mean everyone is evil. It means that most people, most of the time, will act in ways that benefit them. To expect pure altruism from everyone is to set yourself up for disappointment and danger. A true friend is rare, a treasure to be valued. But you must first learn to distinguish treasure from trash. Machiavelli's perspective on human nature is not pessimistic, it is practical. He advises a prince to understand that goodwill alone is not enough to secure loyalty. Friendships based on convenience are fragile. Friendships based on profit are fragile. Friendships based on shared enemies are fragile. They last only as long as the underlying interest remains. When the situation changes, so does the loyalty. Applying this to our own lives helps us build a stronger foundation. We learn to appreciate those who stand by us through changing circumstances, and to be cautious of those whose affection seems tied to what we can offer them. This is not about closing your heart, but about guarding its gates wisely. This realistic view of friendship is your greatest defense. It allows you to stay calm when you realize a connection is not what it seemed. Instead of feeling hurt or betrayed, you can see the situation for what it is. A natural outcome of differing interests. The person was never truly against you. They were simply for themselves. This understanding strips the situation of its emotional charge. It turns a painful personal drama into a simple strategic problem to be solved. You do not need to feel anger. You only need to make a calculated decision to protect your own interests, just as they have been protecting theirs all along. With this calm, Machiavellian mindset, we will move forward. We will examine 4 specific patterns of behavior. 4 friend traps that can ensnare the unwary. The opportunist, who uses you for personal gain. The two-faced ally, who smiles to your face while working against you. The burden of need, who drains your energy and resources. And the saboteur, who subtly undermines your success. By learning to recognize their methods and understanding the self-interest that drives them, you will be equipped to neutralize their influence and calmly, deliberately, cut them off. The first type of friend to watch for is the opportunist. This is the person who sees relationships as transactions. Their presence in your life is not based on mutual affection or shared values, but on what you can provide for them. They are experts at identifying people who have something they want. Money, connections, status, your time and energy. They approach you with warmth and charm, but this warmth is a tool, a performance, designed to lower your defenses and make you give. They are the ultimate pragmatists, serving only themselves. Machiavelli saw this clearly. People form alliances for benefit. An opportunist operates with surgical precision. Their friendship is a conditional contract, constantly evaluated for profitability. Are you still useful to them? Do you still offer access to the resources they desire? When the answer is no, their interest fades. Their calls grow less frequent, their excuses become common. You'll wonder what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. The transaction reached its end in their eyes. You were a means to an end. That end is achieved. The danger isn't only losing resources. It's the slow erosion of your ability to trust. After such an encounter, you may hesitate to open up, seeing ulterior motives everywhere. They teach a harsh lesson: kindness as currency, friendship as a tool. This breeds cynicism. Letting it infect you is risky. The opportunist drains what you have, and also what you are, leaving you used and disillusioned. Your spirit becomes guarded, your generosity questioned. You feel foolish for believing the connection. Identifying them isn't punishment or reclamation. It's protecting your future self and preserving faith in true connection. You can't change their nature. They're driven to acquire, always searching for the next target. Make sure that target isn't you. Understand their methods. Calmly remove yourself from their sphere. Close the door before it costs more. It's quiet self-preservation, not a declaration of war. Recognizing the opportunist requires you to pay close attention to patterns of behavior, not just words. One clear sign: they only contact you when they need something. Their calls and messages are almost always a prelude to a request. They might borrow money. They might ask for a ride. They might ask for help with a project. They might ask to be introduced to someone in your network. Notice how communication spikes when they're in a bind and disappears once the problem is solved. A true friend connects to share life, not to withdraw from your emotional or material bank account. Their interest in you is directly proportional to their need. Another sign: selective memory and one-sided generosity. They keep a mental ledger skewed in their favor. They'll remember every small thing they did for you, exaggerating it. They'll forget the substantial favors you did for them. When together, they'll steer conversations to their needs. If you share a problem, they seem distracted or pivot back to their agenda. The relationship scales are permanently tipped. Watch for social climbing. They're intensely interested in your connections if valuable. They might pressure you for introductions to your boss, to influential friends, to family members who can help them. Once they reach that contact, your importance usually diminishes. You are a bridge. After they cross it, they don't look back. This is a cold but common tactic. Learn to spot it. No. Finally, observe their reaction when you say no. A genuine friend will respect your boundaries. The opportunist will not. They might become distant and cold, subtly punishing you. They may try to guilt-trip you, questioning your loyalty. This is a test. Can they pressure you into giving them what they want? If you hold firm, they'll likely withdraw. You failed to perform your function. Section 3. Closing the account. How to cut off the opportunist. Cutting off the opportunist does not require a dramatic confrontation. In fact, a big emotional showdown is exactly what you should avoid. It gives them an opportunity to play the victim. It gives them an opportunity to manipulate your emotions. It gives them an opportunity to draw you back into their game. The most effective method is a slow and quiet fade. You must become a less profitable asset. Start by creating distance. Lengthen the time it takes for you to respond to their texts. Lengthen the time it takes for you to respond to their calls. When you do reply, be polite but brief. Do not offer detailed explanations for your unavailability. Simple, non-committal answers like, "I can't right now," are sufficient. Simple, non-committal answers like, "That won't be possible," are sufficient. You are not obligated to justify your boundaries. Next, begin to systematically decline their requests. This is the most crucial step in closing the account. When they ask for money, when they ask for a favor, when they ask for an introduction, you must learn to say no calmly and firmly. On screen, no. Sent message, no, I can't. Do not apologize profusely or make up elaborate excuses. A simple sorry, "I'm not in a position to help with that," is all that is needed. On-screen voice, "Sorry, I'm not in a position to help with that." At first, they may increase the pressure, but consistency is your shield. Each time you calmly refuse, you teach them you are no longer a reliable source of resources. You are methodically dismantling the transactional nature of the relationship by refusing to transact. Stop offering them anything voluntarily. Do not share your good news. Do not offer to help them. Even if you see them struggling, this may feel unnatural or even cruel, especially if you are a generous person by nature. Remember that your generosity was the bait they used to hook you. By ceasing all voluntary offerings, you remove the bait. The relationship will begin to starve. Without the fuel of your resources, the fire of their feigned friendship will go out on its own. Finally, be prepared for them to disappear. Once the opportunist realizes you are no longer profitable, they will move on. They have no time to waste on an asset that no longer yields a return. Their departure may be abrupt. One day you will realize you have not heard from them in weeks or months. There will be no final conversation, no closure. This is a victory. It means your strategy worked. You did not engage in battle. You made your territory barren, forcing them to seek sustenance elsewhere. You have successfully closed the account, not with a bang, but with a quiet, dignified silence. Section 1. The Hidden Dagger, defining the two-faced ally. The second friend trap is far more insidious than the first. This is the two-faced ally. To your face, they are a model of support and loyalty. They offer smiles, praise, reassurances, making you believe you have a steadfast confidant in your corner. But behind your back, they operate with a different agenda entirely. In secret, they may spread rumors, subtly criticize you to others, or share your private information. They wear a mask of friendship to gain your trust. They then use that trust as a weapon against you. This ally is not an ally at all. They are a hidden enemy, gathering intelligence from within your own camp. Machiavelli was acutely aware of this danger. He warned that conspiracies are often born from those believed to be closest. The two-faced ally embodies this principle. Their motivation can be complex: envy, a desire for control, simple insecurity. They may resent your success, your relationships, your confidence. By undermining you behind the scenes, they feel a sense of power and superiority. They get to enjoy the benefits of your friendship, your trust, your company, your resources, while simultaneously working to dismantle your reputation or your peace of mind. They play both sides, ensuring they are always in a position of advantage, no matter the outcome. The profound danger of the two-faced ally lies in the deep and personal nature of their betrayal. While the opportunist uses you, the two-faced ally seeks to harm you. The wound they inflict is not merely financial or practical, it is emotional and psychological. They poison your social environment, turning others against you with carefully chosen words. They make you doubt your own judgment, as the person you trusted most is the very source of your problems. This discovery can be devastating, creating a sense of paranoia and isolation that is hard to shake. It feels like a fundamental violation of the laws of human decency, a dagger slid between your ribs by a hand you once held. Therefore, identifying and dealing with this type is not just about protecting your interests, it is about protecting your sanity. You must learn to look past the surface-level charm and pay attention to inconsistencies and subtle signs of disloyalty. You cannot afford to ignore the red flags, no matter how much you want to believe in the friendship. Your goal is not to seek revenge or expose them in a dramatic fashion. It is to carefully and quietly remove their access to your life, your thoughts, your trust. You must treat them as what they are: a covert threat that needs to be neutralized with calm, strategic precision, not emotional outrage. Section 2. Whispers and smiles, recognizing their deception. The two-faced ally is a master of disguise, but their mask can slip if you know where to look. One of the most telling signs is their love of gossip, especially when it is delivered under the guise of concern. They will often come to you with stories about what others are saying, positioning themselves as your loyal informant. I just want you to know, they might begin before sharing a negative comment someone supposedly made about you. While this may seem like an act of friendship, you must observe the pattern. Do they seem to enjoy delivering bad news a little too much? This behavior often serves to make you feel insecure and more dependent on them, while also revealing that they are comfortable talking about people behind their backs. Another clear sign is the backhanded compliment. This is their signature weapon. They might say something like, "That presentation was surprisingly good. I didn't think you had it in you. I love how you're so confident you can wear anything, even if it's not the most flattering." These comments are designed to subtly erode your self-esteem while maintaining plausible deniability. If you challenge them, they will feign innocence and claim you are being too sensitive. They are planting seeds of doubt and insecurity, making you easier to control and manipulate over time. It is a slow, methodical attack on your confidence. Pay close attention to how their stories change depending on the audience. If you are in a group and notice that the version of an event they tell you privately is different from the one they tell others, it is a major red flag. They tailor their narrative to fit what each person wants to hear, a classic tactic for someone playing multiple sides. You might also hear through the grapevine that they have shared information you told them in confidence. A friend might casually mention something about you that only the two-faced ally could have known. These leaks are not accidents. They are calculated moves in their private game of social chess. Finally, observe their body language and tone when you share good news. A true friend will share in your joy. The two-faced ally will struggle to hide their envy. When you announce a promotion, a new relationship, or a personal achievement, watch their initial, unguarded reaction. You might see a flicker of disappointment, or a forced, brittle smile. Their congratulations may sound hollow or be immediately followed by a comment that minimizes your accomplishment. For example, "That's great you got the job, but the workload there is brutal. Be careful." They cannot stand to see you succeed, because your success highlights their own feelings of inadequacy. Once you have identified a two-faced ally, your instinct may be to confront them directly. You must resist this urge. A direct accusation will only give them the stage to perform their greatest act of victimhood. They will deny everything, twist your words, accuse you of being paranoid, accuse you of being ungrateful. They will use the confrontation to paint you as the villain to your mutual acquaintances. The better approach is quiet, strategic disengagement. Unmask them not with a public declaration, but by methodically taking away their power. That power is rooted in the information and trust you give them. Become a black hole for information. Place them on a strict information diet. This is your primary defensive maneuver. Stop sharing anything personal, confidential, emotionally significant. When they ask about your goals, your struggles, your relationships, give vague, boring, non-committal answers. Talk about the weather, a television show, other impersonal topics. They thrive on your secrets and vulnerabilities. Stop feeding them. Their interest will wane. You are taking away their ammunition, rendering them powerless. Quiet withdrawal speaks louder than angry words. Next, test their loyalty with a small, harmless piece of false information. This is a classic Machiavellian tactic. Confide a minor, fabricated secret, a fake plan, or made-up gossip. Then wait and watch if it comes back to you. When it does, you have proof of disloyalty. This isn't for confrontation. It's for your peace of mind. It removes lingering doubt and strengthens your resolve. Finally, execute the slow fade. Reduce how often you interact. Be too busy to meet up. Let more time pass between replies. Make the withdrawal feel natural, not aggressive. Their connection to you is transactional. Based on information and drama, they will grow bored. They will move on to a new, more forthcoming source. Their departure will be quiet. You will have excised a cancer without destructive surgery. You have won by refusing to play. The third friend trap is often the most difficult to escape. It masks itself in vulnerability and appeals to your sense of compassion. This is the burden of need. This is the person whose life is a constant, unending series of crises. They are perpetually overwhelmed, unlucky, or in distress, and they rely on you as their primary source of emotional support, advice, rescue. While friendship certainly involves helping each other through difficult times, the relationship with a burden of need is fundamentally unbalanced. It is not a two-way street of mutual support. It is a one-way flow of your energy, time, and patience directly to them, with little to nothing ever flowing back. They are an emotional black hole. Machiavelli advises leaders to be prudent and to preserve their own resources, for a state that is exhausted cannot defend itself or achieve its goals. This principle of self-preservation is critical in your personal life. The burden of need, while rarely malicious, poses a grave threat to your own well-being. They drain your emotional reserves, leaving you feeling exhausted, frustrated, and even resentful. Their constant need for assistance distracts you from your own goals and responsibilities. You become so entangled in managing their life that you begin to neglect your own. Their helplessness becomes a full-time job that you never applied for, and for which you are not paid. The danger of this friendship lies in its slow, creeping nature. It often begins with a genuine desire to help someone you care about. You offer a listening ear, give some advice, or provide a bit of help. But with the burden of need, every problem you help solve is immediately replaced by a new one. Their neediness is a chronic condition, not a temporary state. You are drawn deeper and deeper into a cycle of dependency, where you feel responsible for their happiness and stability. This creates a powerful sense of guilt that makes it incredibly difficult to pull away. You worry that if you set a boundary, they will fall apart, and it will be your fault. Therefore, learning to manage or distance yourself from a burden of need is an essential act of self-care. It is not about being cruel or abandoning someone in a genuine crisis. It is about recognizing the difference between temporary support and permanent emotional servitude. You must understand that you cannot fix their life for them, especially when they seem unwilling or unable to take responsibility for themselves. Your goal is to reclaim your energy and restore balance to your life. This requires firm but gentle strategies to create boundaries and humanely distance yourself, preserving your own strength so you can truly thrive. The most obvious sign of the burden of need is the constant state of emergency that defines their life. Their conversations with you are almost exclusively dominated by their problems. One week it is a conflict with their boss, the next it is a dramatic fight with a family member, and the week after it is a financial shortfall. There is never a period of calm or stability. They call you not to ask how you are, but to immediately launch into a monologue about their latest catastrophe. You may notice that you feel a sense of dread when their name appears on your phone, bracing yourself for the next installment of their never-ending drama. A friendship should not feel like an appointment with disaster. Another key indicator is their complete inability to take accountability or follow advice. You can spend hours listening to their problems, carefully offering thoughtful solutions and practical steps they could take. They will seem to agree with you, thanking you profusely for your wisdom. Yet, days or weeks later, you find they have done absolutely nothing to change their situation. In fact, the problem has often gotten worse. They are not looking for solutions. They are looking for an audience. They want sympathy, attention, resolution. Your advice is just part of the performance of being helped, without any real intention of helping themselves. Observe the one-sided nature of your conversations. After they have spent a long time detailing their latest crisis, try to share something about your own life. You will likely notice their attention immediately wander. They may check their phone, change the subject back to themselves, or offer a brief, dismissive comment before pivoting back to their own woes. They have no emotional capacity to support you because all of their energy is focused inward. You are their therapist, their career leader, their crisis manager, but they are none of those things for you. The relationship is a monologue, not a dialogue, and you are simply the audience. Finally, watch for the subtle use of emotional manipulation to keep you engaged. If they sense you are pulling away or growing tired of their issues, they may escalate their behavior. They might hint that they do not know what they would do without you, placing the weight of their well-being squarely on your shoulders. They may accuse you of not caring or of being a bad friend if you fail to respond with the usual level of intense support. This is a guilt-based tactic, designed to keep you trapped in your role as their savior. They make you feel that setting a boundary is an act of abandonment, a cruel betrayal of their trust. Dealing with the burden of need requires a different approach than with other toxic types. A cold, sudden cutoff can feel unnecessarily harsh and may escalate their behavior. Instead, your strategy should be one of firm, compassionate boundary setting. The first step is to stop being their 24/7 crisis hotline. You must train them to understand that you are not always available. Do not answer every call. Let their texts go unanswered for several hours, or even one day. When you do respond, keep it brief. Say something like, "I'm sorry to hear you're going through that. I'm tied up right now, but I hope it works out." You are signaling a shift in your availability without being confrontational. Next, you must stop offering solutions. Since you know they rarely act on your advice anyway, stop giving it. When they begin their monologue of problems, shift from being an active problem solver to a passive, slightly detached listener. Instead of offering a multi-step plan, respond with simple, non-engaging phrases like, "That sounds difficult. I see." Then, put the responsibility back on them by asking, "What do you think you're going to do about that?" This question forces them to think for themselves, a habit they have likely lost in their dealings with you. You are gently refusing to take ownership of their problems. A gardener's hands carefully pruning an overgrown vine that is choking a healthy plant. You must also begin to consciously redirect your conversations. Do not allow them to dominate the entire interaction with their negativity. After listening for a short, predetermined amount of time, say 10 minutes, firmly but politely change the subject. You can say, "I can see that's weighing on you." On a different note, "I wanted to tell you about," and then talk about something neutral or positive. If they try to pull the conversation back to their crisis, hold your ground. This teaches them that your time together will no longer be solely dedicated to their issues. It reclaims space for your own life and interests within the dynamic. Finally, be prepared to reduce the overall time you spend with them. This is the natural outcome of the previous steps. As you become less available, less of a problem solver, and less willing to be an audience for their endless drama, they will likely find the relationship less rewarding. They need a constant source of energy and attention, and you are no longer providing it. You might suggest meeting for shorter periods, like a quick coffee, instead of a long dinner. Over time, the frequency of these meetings will naturally decrease. You are not excommunicating them. You are reclassifying them from a close confidant to a casual acquaintance, thereby protecting your peace and reclaiming your life. The fourth and most dangerous friend trap is the saboteur. This individual is not merely using you, betraying your trust, or draining your energy. They are actively working to see you fail. On the surface, they may appear to be your biggest supporter, cheering on your ambitions, offering encouragement. But beneath this facade lies a competitive rival who is deeply threatened by your potential. They see your life as a zero-sum game. For you to win, they must lose. And so, they engage in subtle acts of sabotage, designed to hinder your progress, damage your projects, and prevent you from reaching your goals. They are an enemy hiding in plain sight, disguised as your closest ally. Machiavelli repeatedly warned that a ruler must be wary of those who appear loyal but harbor their own ambitions. The saboteur is the embodiment of this warning in our personal lives. Their motivation is almost always rooted in profound envy. Your success, your talent, or even your happiness. Unable to elevate themselves, they choose instead to drag you down to their level. This makes them far more dangerous than the other types. The opportunist wants your resources. The two-faced ally wants your secrets. The burden wants your attention. The saboteur wants your defeat. The danger of the saboteur is catastrophic because they attack the very foundation of your future. They do not just cause emotional pain, your career, your reputation, your life's work. They might give you terrible advice disguised as wisdom, lose an important document you entrusted to them, or speak poorly of your project to influential people. Because you trust them, you are unlikely to suspect their involvement when things go wrong. You will blame bad luck, your own mistakes, or outside circumstances, never realizing that the source of the chaos is the person standing right next to you, offering a comforting shoulder to cry on. Therefore, identifying and neutralizing the saboteur is not just a matter of social strategy. It is a critical act of defending your life's purpose. You cannot afford to be naive or to give them the benefit of the doubt when the evidence starts to mount. Their envy is a corrosive acid that will dissolve your ambitions if left unchecked. Your goal is not to unmask them in a dramatic confrontation, which would only give them satisfaction. Your goal is to make decisive moves that protect your plans and render their efforts useless. You must see them for what they are: a rival in disguise who must be strategically and silently removed from your path. The saboteur's methods are subtle, designed to fly under the radar of suspicion. One of their favorite tactics is to offer discouraging advice cloaked in concern. When you are excited about a new venture or opportunity, they will be the first to point out all the potential risks and downsides. They might say, "That's a very competitive field. Are you sure you're ready for that? I'm just worried you'll be disappointed if it doesn't work out." This isn't prudent caution. It's a calculated effort to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They want to kill your motivation before you even begin, using your own fear and uncertainty as their weapons. A true friend helps you see the obstacles, but also helps you find the courage to overcome them. Another sign is their pattern of passive-aggressive help. They may offer to assist you with an important task, only to perform it poorly, fail to complete it on time. They might forget to pass along a crucial message, misplace a key piece of information you gave them. When you question them, their apology will be profuse. But the damage is already done. "I'm so sorry, my mind has been a mess lately," feigning incompetence to cover for their deliberate sabotage. This allows them to harm your progress, while maintaining a position of plausible deniability. One or two such incidents might be an accident. A consistent pattern is a strategy. Pay attention to how they represent you and your work to others. The saboteur will often praise you to your face, but damn you with faint praise when speaking to people who matter. To a potential employer or collaborator, they might say, "Oh, they're very creative, but not always the best with deadlines." This small comment is enough to poison the well and cost you an opportunity. They specialize in micro-betrayals that are hard to prove but incredibly effective. They know a whisper of doubt in the right ear can be more damaging than an outright lie, as it appears more credible and balanced. Finally, watch their reaction when you fail. And when you succeed, when you face a setback, the saboteur offers an almost gleeful sympathy. They thrive on your distress. It validates them and eases their envy. But when you achieve a significant victory, their response is muted. They may offer a quick, formulaic congratulations before changing the subject, or they might diminish your achievement, saying, "That's great, but now the real pressure starts." They can't genuinely celebrate your success because it feels like a personal defeat. Their envy is too powerful to hide in high-emotion moments. Once you have identified the saboteur, you must act decisively. Your response cannot be passive or hesitant. You are not just setting a boundary, you are defending your future. The primary step is to erect a wall of silence around your ambitions. Stop telling them about your goals. Stop telling them about your projects. Stop telling them about your good news. When they ask what you are working on, give them vague, uninteresting answers. Your plans are now classified information. They have lost their security clearance. By cutting off their access to information, you take away their ability to interfere. They cannot sabotage what they do not know exists. This is your most powerful defensive move. Next, remove them from any position of influence over your work or life. If you've been collaborating, find a plausible reason to finish it on your own. If they have access to documents or contacts, methodically revoke that access. Do not rely on them for anything, no matter how small. This is not the time for a slow fade. Sever all practical ties quietly but firmly. Treat the situation like a security breach. You have identified the mole. Ensure they can no longer access the control room. Do this without accusation. Present it as logical restructuring. Prepare for their reaction. As you wall them off, the saboteur may become more desperate. Their subtle undermining may escalate into overt criticism or drama. They may try to provoke you to play the victim. Do not take the bait. Remain calm, detached, unbothered. Your indifference is their greatest punishment. By refusing to engage, you show they no longer have power over you. Your emotional and strategic independence renders them irrelevant. For someone driven by envy, irrelevance is worse than defeat. Ultimately, the goal is complete removal from your life. Unlike the burden, where reclassification might suffice, the saboteur is too toxic to keep even at a distance. Once your projects and plans are secure, cut off all contact. Block their number. Unfriend them on social media. Do not offer an explanation. Your silence is the only explanation needed. They know what they have been doing. Your sudden, complete disappearance is a clear, undeniable message. Their game has been discovered. You are no longer a player. You have protected your flank. Now move forward, unimpeded. Navigating the complex world of human relationships requires a calm mind and a clear eye. We have walked through the shadows together, identifying the 4 friend traps that can ensnare the unwary. We unmasked the opportunist. We unmasked the two-faced ally. We unmasked the burden of need. We unmasked the saboteur. Each type is driven by self-interest and threatens your peace, your resources, and your purpose. But recognizing them is only the first step. True power is in the quiet, deliberate actions you take. Machiavelli's wisdom is practical, not cynical. See people as they are, not as you wish them to be. Calmly create distance. Set firm boundaries. Cut ties without drama. You are acting with prudence. You are choosing to protect the life you are building. This is self-respect, not aggression. Your energy is valuable. Your path is worth defending. Keep observing. Practice quiet assessment. Install a gate with a lock you control. Clear away toxic connections. Create space in your life. This new, open space is a powerful invitation. It allows for genuine, supportive, and loyal allies to enter. They celebrate your victories. They share your burdens without complaint. They truly want to see you thrive. Move forward with dignity. You have the tools to identify and neutralize threats calmly. Your world is a garden, not a battlefield. Prune the weeds so growth can flourish. Stay calm. Be strategic. Choose your company wisely. Your peace is your fortress, and you are its most vigilant guard. Protect it fiercely. Watch your life begin to blossom in the safety you have created for yourself.